Hey guys, Miss Warren here. I'm back with the value practice worksheet in graphite pencil. So last time we were doing the rectangular prism and the sphere. The sphere is done pretty much the same as the egg, and the rectangular prism is pretty much done the same as the cube. Now we're going to be moving on to the cylinder and the cone. The cylinder and the cone are going to be shaded fairly similarly, only on the cylinder, the top is going to be flat. So looking over here from observation, the top is about a medium shade and it's flat back and forth. Yet again, remember to use small marks and go back and forth, making a smooth, even transition. Now, if you notice, I'm also not using the tip of my pencil, I'm using the side of my pencil because it covers more area more quickly, especially if I'm doing something flat and not something super detailed. I want to use the side of my pencil. Now, I'm going to start working on the body of the cylinder. You can see here that the values are much darker over to this side and they progressively get lighter until you have a highlight right here. And on the other side, there's a small amount of shadow. Now, some people like to shade up and down, but I like to contour or wrap around my cylinder by going back and forth and curving at the same angle as this line here, especially around the edges. I'm pressing pretty firmly because this is going to be my darkest value. And I'm keeping my marks curved, yet again, small marks, circular motions using the side of my pencil. And curving around the cylinder. Now I'm going to slowly start to lighten pressure as I move towards the highlight. If you want a more smooth transition, you can wrap your finger with paper towel and you can blend it. You can also just blend it using your finger like this, but then you'll get graphite on your finger. Continuing to curve, lighten pressure. Now I'm going to come in from the other side because there's a little bit of shadow around the edge here. I'm curving with the cylinder. Around the edge, darkening that shadow. I'm going to get some really light tones in here and smooth out my transitions. Blend a little bit with my finger. Then I'm going to smooth out those transitions a little bit more because it looks like the shadows kind of suddenly stops here. I want it to go smoothly in a gradient from dark to light. I don't want it to look stripey. And I want my marks on my paper to look pretty smooth. Okay, now we're going to do a cast shadow. Since the shadow is on this side and the highlight is on this side, the cast shadow is going to go this way on the ground. And I'm going to color it in really dark and flat because the ground is flat. Now the shading on the cone will pretty much be the same, but it won't have the flat top. You're going to have probably a highlight about here, and it will get a little bit wider as it goes to the bottom. You'll have a shadow, dark shadow here, and you'll have some midtones here and some lighter tones here. Okay, so I'd like you to give those a try, and I look forward to seeing your work.